Hi, this video is going to be about gold leafing or gilding this stainless steel ball. We've got a weathervane on our garage that kind of got broken in a storm a few months back, and it's never really turned with the wind since. And so I'm going to renovate that. I'm going to improve the shoddy mechanism by which it spins currently. At the moment it just sits on a shaft and it's a metal pipe of brass that spins on a brass plate just with friction. And in order to assist it spinning more freely, I'd like to use some bearings. And this will mean that there's going to be a thicker tube involved in which the bearings will sit. And in order to disguise this tube, I've bought this stainless steel ball that will go around this aluminium tube that holds the bearings and will disguise it. And in order to make it look a bit more like the rest of the weathervane, which is a lovely copper colour and brass, I'm going to gild it, and that's what this video is going to be about. Here's the stainless steel ball that will disguise the aluminium tube. It's sitting on a little jig I made. I've already drilled the two holes in the stainless steel sphere. The large hole that the aluminium tube will fit inside, and then the tiny hole at the other end that will have the shaft coming through that will hold the cockerel on it. This is the end result, and it's brilliant. I'm very pleased with it. As you can see, the gilded sphere disguises the aluminium tube really well, and the ceramic bearings are working a treat. Here is the size I'll be using. It's an oil-based size. In the last gilding video I used a water-based size, but I'm using oil-based this time because it's much more suitable for outside use. Okay, let's get gilding. Now I'm going to let you into a little secret here. I've actually had to gild this sphere twice. I completely screwed up the first time. The gilding went on well, but when it came to lacquering, which I thought would be a good idea, the lacquer bubbled up and removed about 20% of the gold leaf on the sphere in a kind of really bubbly kind of fashion. I'll show you that in a minute. So the first time I did it was a bit of a disaster. Luckily it was quite easy using parcel tape to remove all the old lacquer, gold leaf and the size and just start afresh, and I will show you that second time in more detail. So this is what I'm using, Australian Crystal Clear Protective Coat. It says here, use on wood, metal and ceramics. What's happening? That's not good. It's spreading. That's not good at all. Gutted. It's getting bigger. Look, you see it's growing. Let me zoom in. It's completely separated, look. It's as if the lacquer has separated. It's lifted the gold leaf. Very sad. I think I must have put too much lacquer on. It's a real shame. But this is the way it goes. So what I'm going to do is actually start again. I I've been doing even more research last night after this disaster, and most people say don't varnish it. I mean, part of me just doesn't think. I mean, it does look worse. The second you varnish it, it just doesn't look as good. But I don't know, I'm going to probably get birds landing on it, pooping on it, hailstones. I mean, I guess. Also, I think I left the size, I went for a run. I left the size too long. It was a really hot day and the windows were open, and it said 1.5 hours to 3 hours. But actually, once I painted it on, once I got, so my run was only sort of 50 minutes or so, but it took 40 minutes to sort of get myself sorted and get going. I'm going to try putting some sellotape on there and see if that will peel it off better. For some reason, it seems to work best if you do it sort of horizontally, and then you kind of peel down. You see, straight off, easy. What I'm going to try and do differently is several things, many-fold. I'm going to try and use a little less of this, so it's a thinner coat. I have washed this with soap and then isopropyl alcohol, and it's lovely and dry. That's me going like this. So it's got a good squeak to it. I've heard that means it's ready. So I'm going to start at the side we did first and go that way. Okay, let me just check. The focus is good. Okay, I don't think it's, I think I was a little early. After this one I'm going to wait. Yeah, it's sticking, tissue's sticking, so not quite ready. Well, it's still not quite ready, but it's a lot stickier than last time. And after my run yesterday, when I just left it too long, it was almost like a rock hard varnish, whereas now it's a bit like a kind of a Pritt stick, sticky glue. I'm actually going to keep going. Oh, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. Oh, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. Great. Last piece. Um, it doesn't fit exactly over that tube, so I'm going to have to 3D print a little kind of interface between the two, and that will actually kind of make a nice neat... Oh, we're done. So I just need to cover the holidays. I'm actually going to turn it around and concentrate on the base. How cool does that look? Really cool. Just going to do a little bit of assembly here. This rod is the one that goes up into the copper cockerel. This little bit of tube I've cut here, that goes onto this solid rod in order for it to fit inside this boss, and that will go into there, and then this boss fits perfectly inside this there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Loctite to make sure they're all properly fastened. This on this end is a little 3D printed adapter. So the sphere behind, well, it'll actually go in like that. This will go into the sphere hole here, this hole here, and the sphere will kind of go up to this little lip, I hope. I'm going to assemble these bits. Now this is special 638 Loctite, which actually is gap filling, and it's sort of more of a mechanical type Loctite. Don't need a huge amount. It's quite a close fit already. So that's going to go onto there. Great, so that, once that dries, that will be absolutely rock solid. And now I'm going to put this into here. And I'm just going to do the same. Done. Okay. And that I'm going to put into here. It's actually gone hard already. This one's quite a good tight fit as well, so I don't need much. This also should keep it waterproof, you'll see what I mean. Just in the top. Okay, so that is going in there. I've got this little plastic spacer that I've 3D printed, and I'm going to pop it up inside here and slide it all the way up the top. This will keep the top part of the inside of this, that big metal steel thick, from kind of sitting on the inside. We want the outside to be completely separate from the inside, so this little thing will sit on the top. I'm just going to try and think how to put this down here nice and easily. I've assembled everything together. Just before I dismantle it for painting and polishing, I thought I'd show you how the mechanism works. So the cockerel will be stuck to this pole here, and when the pole moves, the cockerel will move. Well, in fact, the wind will make the cockerel turn, and that will make the globe turn. But as you can see, it's a lovely, lovely smooth movement. Okay, assembly time. Aid by Molly. As you can see, it's all been painted. I painted a little bit of the stainless steel shaft as well, so that the bit that's showing will be black. Annoyingly, I hadn't realised how tight this ring was. I've just had to drill this out. I'll point the north in the right direction once I'm up the ladder. Right, so just check I've got everything. Yeah. So now it's just a question of permanently, or at least semi-permanently, I can always heat up the bearings to loosen the Loctite. I'm just going to temporarily put this on so that when they glue hard they'll be parallel to each other, or at least rotationally the axis will be the same. Perfect. I'll come back when that's dry. Wow. Check out the rain. It's all assembled. It's a nice one. Nice. All assembled. Now I just need to put it up on the pole. Wish me luck. I'm in two minds whether to show you me installing it or not. It may well be the death of a YouTuber caught on film. It's fairly high up. Anyway, we'll see. And also it's raining. Come on, yeah. So there it is. Oh, we'll try and hold it still. It's very windy. Really nice. I have noticed that the north is slightly out, but it's only a few degrees out. I sort of guesstimated while it was on the kitchen table. Probably should have done a better maths job on it, but I'll go up later with a ladder and readjust it. That's it. I think it might need you see it's sort of wobbling in the wind. It always used to do that, but obviously it's now an extra 3 feet longer, and it's a little bit more than it used to. It's fine for now, but I can see that an extra support on the higher up on the ridge would serve that well and probably reduce that wobble by at least half. So that's something I will do. So that's it. Bit of gold leafing fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of thing, sort of arty type of make projects. I'm sort of spending half my free time painting and half sort of doing these little projects. So I don't know if I should put both kind of projects up on the channel or not. Perhaps give me what you guys think, but this was at least connected with art, with the gold leafing. I'm just going to let it run actually. It's nice, it's pretty. I might move the angle so you can see more.